Because one of those signature sounds of summer is a lawnmower firing up. But an unfortunate reality of two-stroke gasoline traditional lawnmowers is that they crank out precursor pollutants to ozone, right in our front yards and our backyards. And the emission control systems on our traditional lawnmowers don't exist. There is no emission control system. So those old mowers, they burn gas pretty hot and dirty, and they kick out what becomes ground level pollution, which is where Bryce Bird, the Director of Director of Air Quality for the division at the state of Utah, comes in. But Salt Lake City's been working to improve the air we breathe from the micro to the macro level, working on transitioning our city's electric usage to all renewable energy in the next couple of years. We work on converting old buildings to be more efficient and making sure that new buildings we invest in as a city are as efficient and clean as possible. We work on our transportation opportunities to try to get more cars off the road. And we're here today to announce a new partnership that gets right into the backyards of Salt Lake City residents and helps to replace our dirty two-cycle gasoline mowers with zero-emission electric lawnmowers. It's a partnership that I've talked about for some time, even along the campaign trail, and it's one that it was such a no-brainer for us to come together. So I'm thrilled to announce this, that Salt Lake City and the Department of Environmental Quality are going to help to bring 1,000 electric lawnmowers to Salt Lake City residents this spring. We're going to focus on our communities that have been hardest hit by air pollution, which is our West Side residents. And uniquely, we'll be prioritizing 250, at least 250 of those 1,000 electric lawnmower spots for West Side residents who historically haven't taken part in the lawnmower exchange program that DAQ has run for a number of years, as much as we'd like them to, especially because that's where air pollution is often at its worst in our city. So any residents in our city who are currently pushing around a two-stroke gasoline mower can sign up beginning in 1 hour at noon today to receive a $300 rebate for a new electric lawnmower with the trade-in of their gas-powered model. People who don't have a mower yet or who don't want to trade in their mower can sign up for a $150 rebate. And we also have an option for those on government assistance who can receive a mower at no cost from our partner at Lowe's. Of the 2,500 electric mowers that DEQ will be distributing along the Wasatch Front, my office has allocated funding to make sure that 1,000 of that 2,500 are specifically for Salt Lake City residents. And as I mentioned, a priority on West Side with 84116 and 84104 residents having guaranteed access for 250 at least. The city will even haul away your old mower. So unlike in past years where there's been a in-person exchange, we're going to be utilizing our call to haul program to come and pick up your old mower if you'd like to do the exchange and get that full $300 rebate value. This doesn't mean that you can put out other trash. That's a separate pickup. Just know that we'll be calling to schedule. If you sign up online and are selected to receive a mower, we'll work with you to make sure that we can get that at a good time from you. The electric mowers are so much better for our environment right here at this local level where our kids are playing, where we come outside to relax after a hard day's work. This is one of many ways that Salt Lake City is working to improve the air we breathe, and we're very grateful to our partners at Utah Division of Air Quality, which is of course part of DEQ. And I'd like to turn some time over to my friend and colleague Bryce Bird, who directs that division.
Thank you, Mayor Mendenhall. It's a pleasure to be here today. Just for a quick bit of education, we're moving into the summer season. We are very familiar with our winter inversion season where you can see the air pollution building up in the air. Unfortunately, what we're talking about today and what we're trying to address through this program is our summer ozone conditions. And this is a perfect day to tell you what conditions are prime for formation of ozone. And that's a day just like today. And so whereas in the wintertime we can see the pollution building up, with our summer ozone, it's usually a clear sunny day with temperatures a little warmer than today, but above 90 degrees, where we tend to exceed the federal ozone standard, where we're impacting people with asthma, heart conditions, lung conditions, elderly, and the very young. And so we are very happy to be providing this information. When we look at the inventory of pollutants that are responsible for our ozone formation, of course, automobiles are the largest source. But when we look at some of the biggest bang for the buck or benefit at improving the conditions, lawn and garden equipment is highly emitting compared to even cars. Of course, they're small engines. They don't burn a lot of gasoline when they burn, but they have no emissions controls like your car does. And so a lawnmower, even the newest lawnmower that's a gasoline lawnmower operating for an hour, is about 11 times more polluting than a car driving that same hour. And so when you look at our overall inventory of summer pollution, which impacts ozone levels, about 5% we can trace back to personal lawn and garden equipment. And so what we're doing with this program, of course, we would love to provide lawnmowers to everybody, but with the funding we have, a couple purposes. One, to get people more comfortable and familiar with the technology. And so we hope that if you're able to participate in this program, when you have your new electric lawnmower, that you can start telling your neighbors how great it is. You don't have to store gasoline, you don't have to buy gasoline, no oil changes. You just plug it in. When you're ready to use it, unplug it, mow for an hour, mow your lawn, even have multiple batteries so you can mow a larger lawn. And then with that experience, we can hopefully move people from the comfort level we have right now with gasoline to less polluting equipment. Even if you're not exchanging a lawnmower, we would ask that you also think about some other things. When you mow your lawn, especially in the summertime, try to do it not during the peak times of the day. That's when the ozone levels are the highest because the sun is the highest, and the combination of precursor gases, the oxides of nitrogen that come from combustion, and then the volatile organic compounds, which are paints, fumes, solvents, and gasoline vapors from your older storage of gasoline and your old lawnmower. That's what combines in the atmosphere during those conditions to form that ground level ozone. And so you can choose to mow on days where it's cloudy, choose to mow later in the evening after 7 p.m. where the active ozone formation is not happening. Of course, look at better technology. Let your grass grow a little bit longer. That both saves water and perhaps make mowing less frequent. And then with storage of gasoline, be very careful with spills and make sure that you're using a very tight gasoline container so that those vapors aren't being emitted all the time. And through these things, of course, it won't solve our air pollution problems, but these are all things that are very effective, that once we understand the contribution that we have to our air pollution, we can take small steps that in aggregate begin to improve air quality. So with that, I'd like to thank Mayor Mendenhall and Salt Lake City for partnering with us on this program. We've done this for a number of years and it's been very popular, so we encourage people to sign up as quickly as possible and apologize that those vouchers will run out before demand is met. But again, encourage your participation and thank those that are willing to participate in this program and do your part to improve air quality here in Utah. So thank you.
Any questions?
Where do people log in at noon?
You want to do that?
Sure, it's at lawnmower.utah.gov. And so there's a button there on that page. It gives the details of the program. And then the button there to sign up will be active at noon. So lawnmower.utah.gov.
How many vouchers do you think you'll have to give away? How many lawnmowers do you think you'll be able to exchange?
2,500 in total along the Wasatch Front, but Salt Lake City's partnership, which is the new part of this, is putting 1,000 of those aside for Salt Lake City residents and then the priority for Westside residents. I want to mention also as a longtime air advocate that it's really difficult to get people to make different driving decisions and to affect some of the ways that we make our biggest contributions to pollution. But the popularity of this lawnmower and other lawn equipment program over the last several years has been tremendous demand. And it makes so much sense that we would focus as a city where we invest regularly in air quality improvements to put this technology into the hands of our residents more easily. So we're grateful for the partnership, but this is a really impactful way. I serve on the Air Quality Board for the state of Utah, and we look at pretty incremental reductions as exciting things in the 1% category, 2% category. To talk about 5% of total emissions coming from personal lawn and garden equipment is a tremendous amount when you couple that with the willingness that people have to transition that equipment, and the government helped to make it happen. So it's a very strong opportunity, it's an exciting opportunity, and we're grateful for their partnership. Any other questions? I'm going to fire it up, but you don't have to cover your ears because it's not very loud, like the old mowers. And it's lighter, so your kids can mow at a younger age. But
And no carbon monoxide.
and no carbon monoxide.